Hi, Ellie. Just as I promised, I'm gonna read a new book called Corduroy, and it is by Dawn Freeman. Okay, so page 1. Can you see Corduroy the bear? He's in the green overalls. Corduroy is a bear who once lived in the toy department of a big store. Day after day, he waited with all the other animals and dolls for somebody to come along and take him home. He needs a friend. Next page. Ooh. The store was always filled with shoppers, buying all sorts of things, but no one ever wanted a small bear in green overalls. Then, one morning, a little girl stopped and looked right into Corduroy's bright eyes. "Oh, Mommy," she said, "look, there's the very bear I have always wanted." "Not today, dear," her mother sighed. "I've spent too much money already. Besides, he doesn't look new. He's lost a button from one of his shoulder straps." Oh, right there. He's lost a button. Poor guy. I still think he's cute, even if he did lose a button. Corduroy watched them sadly as they walked away. "I didn't know I'd lost a button," he said to himself. "Tonight I'm going to go and see if I can find it." Late that evening, when all the shoppers had gone and the doors were shut and locked, Corduroy climbed carefully down from his shelf and he began searching everywhere on the floor for his lost green button. Suddenly, he felt the floor moving underneath him. Quite by accident, he had stepped on an escalator and up he went. Could this be a mountain, he wondered? I think I've always wanted to climb a mountain. Have you been on an escalator before, Ellie? I don't know if you have. He stepped out of the escalator as it reached the next floor, and before his eyes was a most amazing sight. Tables and chairs and lamps and sofas and rows and rows and rows. "This must be a palace," Corduroy gasped. "I guess I've always wanted to live in a palace." It's pretty fancy. He wandered, admiring the furniture. "This must be a bed," he said. "I've always wanted to sleep in a bed." And he crawled up onto a large, thick mattress. Ooh, that looks very comfy. All at once, he saw something small and round. "Why, here's my button," he cried. And he tried to pick it up. But like all the other buttons on the mattress, it was tied down tight. That's not your button, Corduroy. No. He yanked and he pulled with both paws until pop, off it came. Button, and off the mattress, Corduroy toppled. Uh-oh. He pulled so hard he fell over. Bang, right into a tall floor lamp. Over it fell with a crash. Uh-oh. He's making a mess. Oh, here comes somebody. He's wondering what's going on. Who's making all the noise? Corduroy didn't know, but there was someone else awake in the store. The night watchman was doing his rounds on the floor when he heard the crash, and he came dashing down the escalator. He's like, "Who's making all that noise?" "Now, who in the world did that?" he exclaimed. "Somebody must be hiding around here." He's looking for Corduroy. He flashed his light under and over the sofas and beds until he came to the biggest bed of all. And then he saw 2 fuzzy brown ears sticking up from under the cover. Do you think that's Corduroy? Is that him? Is he under the blankets? Well, I guess, because we're gonna see, right? Hello, he said. How did you get upstairs? Do you think Corduroy's gonna get in trouble? We'll see. I think he's a nice bear. Hopefully the security guard will be nice to him. The watchman tucked Corduroy under his arm and he carried him down the escalator and set him on the shelf in the toy department with the other animals and dolls. Oh, there he is. He got back safe. I don't think he got in trouble. Corduroy was just waking up when the first customer came into the store in the morning, and there looking at him with a wide, warm smile was the same little girl he'd seen only the day before. "I'm Lisa," she said, "and you're going to be my very own bear. Last night I counted what I've saved in my piggy bank, and my mother said I could bring you home." Oh, she's been up. Oh no. So the phone fell over. So I had to start again. So we were right where little girl Lisa was going to take Corduroy home. So let's get to the next page. "Shall I put him in a box for you?" the sales lady asked. "Oh, no, thank you," answered Lisa, and she carried Corduroy home in her arms. Aw, she's giving him a big hug. That's so nice. She ran all the way up 4 flights of stairs into her family's apartment and straight into her room. Corduroy blinked. There was a chair and a chest of drawers, and alongside a girl-sized bed stood a little bed just the right size for him. The room was small, nothing like that enormous palace in the department store. "This must be home," he said. "I know I've always wanted a home." Lisa sat down with Corduroy on her lap and began to sew a button onto his overalls. "I like you the way you are," she said, "but you'll be more comfortable with your shoulder strap fastened." She gave him a button and fixed his overalls. What a nice girl. "You must be a friend," said Corduroy. "I've always wanted a friend." "Me too," said Lisa, and gave him a big hug. Aw, Corduroy has a home, and he got his overalls fixed. I like that story. Ellie, Demi loves you so much. I can't wait to come and see you again soon. I love you, and you're cute.